Friends, today I am going to tell you about a man who sat in a wheelchair, who couldn't walk, who could barely move his hands, and couldn't even speak, but still, he showed the world that your mind is your greatest power. This is not just a story of science. This is a story of courage, determination, and never giving up. His name is Stephen Hawking. Stephen Hawking was born on the 8th of January 1942 in England. He was not a top student in school. In fact, he was an average student. But one thing was different. He loved asking questions. He asked, how was the universe created? What is time? Where did everything begin? People joked and called him Little Einstein. Little did they know, this little Einstein would one day become one of the greatest minds in the world. Friends, when Stephen was just 21 years old, his life changed forever. He was diagnosed with a serious disease called ALS. The doctor said, you may only live for 2 more years. Imagine this, 21 years old, your whole life ahead, and the doctor says, only 2 years left. Slowly, he couldn't walk. Then, his hands stopped working. Later, he even lost his ability to speak. But this is where the real story begins. Stephen Hawking said, even if my body cannot move, my mind is free to explore. Remember this line, friends. If your mind works, you are never weak. He sat in his wheelchair and began to understand the secrets of the universe. Stephen Hawking studied black holes, time and space, how the universe began, and he discovered something amazing. Black holes are not completely black. They release energy. Today, this is called Hawking radiation. He also wrote a famous book, A Brief History of Time. It became very popular around the world. Funny fact, open mouth smile, many people bought it, but only a few actually finished reading it. Because of his illness, Stephen could not speak. So he used a computer-generated voice. This voice became very famous. It appeared in The Simpsons. It appeared in The Big Bang Theory. And people around the world recognized it. And here's the interesting part. Stephen had an amazing sense of humor. He said, life would be tragic if it weren't funny. Think about it, even with such a huge challenge, he could laugh. That is true strength. Doctors said 2 years, but Stephen Hawking lived more than 50 years after his diagnosis. He taught us, disability does not mean inability. Challenges cannot stop you. Curiosity never dies. Remember this famous line, however difficult life may seem, there is always something you can do and succeed at. He could not walk, he could not speak, but he understood the universe. Stephen Hawking is no longer in this world, but his ideas and mind are still alive. Whenever you look at the sky, think about the universe, or fight your fears, remember this, if a man sitting in a wheelchair could change the world, then why not you? In the final line, friends, your problem can become your power. Just never give up.